What up, everybody? How y'all doing? So, got ourselves the upgraded carburetor and ported intake manifold. These are the parts that we're going to be throwing on my 2024 TRX90 and see what kind of power upgrades we get. We're going to compare it to my wife's completely OEM stock 2023 TRX90. Should be a pretty good comparison. This one only has an exhaust on it right now, so exhaust, intake manifold, carburetor. I think this would be a good comparison. Should give us a good idea if we're actually making any more significant power or not. So let's get to it. Now, the easiest way I like to do this, I take the seat off, take the tank off, and I actually use this little fuel tank right here. I hang it from the handlebars. Makes it really easy to do jetting adjustments and stuff like that when you're tuning this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the tank off, pull the front plastics off, see if we can get ourselves to a good working spot. All right, so we got the front clip off. Next thing we're gonna do is get this. So on the newer models, here, I'll give you guys an example. So this right here is a 2007 TRX90. That is a 2024. The 2007 models didn't have the exterior like sheet of plastic going around the tank. They were actually the plastics were bolted straight to the tank. There's actually a rivet nut inside the tank. On the newer style ones, you have this plastic like cover that goes over top of it. So you're gonna have to take this off when you take the tank off. All right, so we got a little bit of fuel still in our tank here. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull this top fuel line off. If you look, the top fuel line goes to the top of the petcock. It's probably kind of hard to see back there. So the top port on the petcock is actually the lowest point of the tank. Don't be confused thinking that the lower port is going to be that's for the normal inlet. The top port is for the reserve. So you want to go ahead and pull the top hose off, drain it into something, get all this fuel out of here, and then we'll pull this tank off. All right, we've gone ahead and removed the tank. I didn't even realize that the new machines have this piece of rubber here. It's like a splash guard. So I've gone ahead and removed the carburetor and the intake manifold. I went and measured that. It measures right about 22 millimeters. I know the carburetor is actually 22 millimeters as well. And this intake manifold is like 25. So I think we're gonna be pretty good there. Now we'll just go ahead and put everything on and get it ready to fire up. All right, well, I realized this cable that came with the carburetor, it's a little incorrect sizing. So we're gonna make some adjustments to it and make it work. I'm also noticing that the clamp that goes around this carburetor and like just this tube in itself is kind of hard to get around here. So I'm not gonna use a clamp for right now. I'm just gonna put everything in place and I think we'll be okay. All right, a little bit of an update. I decided not to use that cable. It's really restrictive. Feels like crap compared to the OEM one. So I took the OEM one, hacked it up a little bit, adapted it to this. Now I gotta make it a little bit, I need a little more length. If you notice there's no a little bit of free play there. I gotta make this little nut a little bit shorter. So we're gonna cut a couple threads off of this thing. And yeah, so that way we can thread it in there as far as we can and have a little bit of free play on the end. You'll see when I'm done. All right, well, we got it. Got a little bit of play here, right? And then bow. Feels buttery smooth, just like the OEM one does. Now we gotta get that intake manifold on there and then hook up the fuel line. All right, so we're gonna get this fuel put in here. Yes, this is a water bottle. Turn the fuel on. Let's see if this thing starts. sweet for a first test. Now all I gotta do is I think I'm gonna put 1 liter main jet in it, but I'm gonna leave the idle just the way it is for right now, and then we will go from there. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'm gonna do some other updates a little bit later on. For now, I think that's a good little install. I'm freaking pooped, it's getting hot out here, so take me a little break, go hang out with the kiddos, and yeah, I'll give you guys an update here in a couple days. Appreciate y'all for watching.
Give y'all one more little blip.